Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on how to use SiteGPT. In this video, we're going to dive into how you can give information to SiteGPT all the way from creating your bot to not only that, but editing it after you have already created it. In the instance of starting with creating a new chatbot, you can click on Create New Chatbot here. Now, one by one, I'm going to go through these different data types that you can add. First and foremost, you have the option to choose your data type. So if I go to a certain website and then copy the link, I then can paste it within the website URL spot here. And then this will fetch the different links that it has to pull from. What this is doing is taking your basic website and finding the different URLs that lie within it in the different backslash subpages in a simple and easy to use process. As you can see in a few moments, it finds a bunch of different links from your website. After it has done this, you can, for example, search to see what came in. So I can look for ebook, for example, and I will find that riseproductive.com/ebook is a URL that's in there. Now, after doing this, you have the option to click on any of the different links you find. So for example, if I don't want this email prediction link to come through, I can press delete and it will only remove the ones that are selected. You have the option to select all of them by clicking on the top left here. You also can click Fetch Additional Links on the bottom left, and in any of the circumstances, it will bring you back to the top of the screen to this spot right here to fetch more links. Now, I'm gonna start from scratch here once again, but I can select all of these different ones and delete them. And now we're gonna show you the second data type option, this being the single link. So if I only want a specific information page to show up, I can click on this link, for example, which is going to give information on the different services that are provided at this company. I then can paste it within here and press fetch links. Then once again, in any circumstance, if I click on all of these, I would be able to press next to go into the next stage of training the model on this data source link that has been utilized. Now I'm going to remove this and then go into any other page, for example, and do the exact same thing. I could just do a start here page if I want just the information on how it came to be, and then paste that link in here. It works with any individual link very quickly. So if you don't want to do the website route and you want to go single link by single link, you can definitely do that. It's up to you. And next, on any website, what you can do is type /sitemap.xml and append this to the end of any website. And if I then press enter, so essentially what this shows is all of the different links that you have within your website. There are some that, for example, are not really shown in the website and are accidentally showcased. Like I know for a fact this one is the case, but what this will do is this will take into account everything that you really have. Going a little bit deeper than the website fetch itself, that won't show all of the links. This will also be more instant. Like for example, I've never really created this app picker web page, but this is something that is sitting in the sitemap because it is in fact a published page. It's just not really showcased on the website anywhere. And if I wanted to create based off of the sitemap, I would have to make sure that I really go through and like delete the ones that aren't needed. But this is going to give you everything immediately. So if you want to go and find all of them and then remove what you don't think needs to exist, you can totally do that. Once again, I can go through and manually delete all of them at once or select all of them that are remaining and press next to get training. Another quick tip is that if you want to just start from scratch rather than manually deleting, I would press refresh and then it removes everything from the sources right here. Now, last but not least, for the creating a new chatbot section, we're going to go into an example Zendesk article. So a Zendesk article is pretty simple. All we need to do is press fetch links here. And if we go to the Zendesk article, first and foremost, you can see that it's essentially just a help doc framework. It's branded for this specific company, but Zendesk is a great help doc system. So you can see this is something that it would be able to reference all the different help information, which is very good for a chatbot. So from here, if I had specific ones I didn't want to add, I could obviously press delete, or I can select all and then go to next. And then this is where you would put in your chatbot name, the welcome message, any placeholder text, and some more aesthetic things. And then after that, you would press create chatbot and you'd be off to the races. Now I've already created a chatbot, and this is going to showcase to you the second half of the circumstance that would make sense for this conversation. So you can still, even after this is created and you've trained this on some information, what you can do here is, for example, you can add links in the exact same way as you could before. All of your same options, totally available. You can put in the entire website URL, single links, sitemap. So for example, let's go to my resources and my newsletter page. I do not believe I see the newsletter page on there. I can just copy this link, just double check there's no newsletter page. Then I could go back to add links, put a single link, fetch it, click here, and then start training. So I can individually train any of these. Similar to how if I went through the entirety of the process at the beginning and grabbed all of this from like the web link type, it was just going to train all of them at once, and it only takes a moment or two, but essentially by the time you can style your bot, these are all trained. It doesn't take long at all. Once again, you can take any of the different data types and train them, even after you've already created your bot. And then as well, if for example, I had something here that I wanted to retrain, I could click on retrain and it would train over the information that I had changed on that page. Because if information changes on a landing page, it's important that that bot is up to date on it. You can see when the last trained time was. For example, this one is just now because it just trained itself. You can see what link type it is. You can remove any of them by pressing delete. Notice that if I press delete, it's just going to automatically delete it. And then if you have multiple pages, you can go through the different pages by doing first, see the first page, then next or previous, and then the last one if you have a very large number of links. Now next, we have an awesome file system here. So this file system is going to allow you to upload a various amount of files. As you can see, you can drag and drop up to 99 files here with a maximum of 5 megabytes per file. You can upload all kinds of files like CSV, PDFs, Markdown, TXT, PowerPoint, DocX, and other different file types that are similar with text on it. So for example, as you can see right here, I already have something uploaded, but if I were to upload another file, I can click here, go to my downloads, and say I wanted to grab this TXT file. I could upload this file here, and then you can see file uploaded successfully, and it trained on it pretty immediately. Then if I want to, I can remove it by pressing delete or downloading it. Press delete, it'll disappear. Now, last but not least, we actually have a very nice spot where instead of adding a web page link to the chatbot, you can also train your chatbot with raw text from content here. So for example, I could put anything that's specific and interesting about my product or information that doesn't quite fit on landing pages and then insert it into the custom content so as to see a little bit better contextual information inside of my chatbot, and as well as to answer questions that we don't necessarily want to put on landing pages because they just don't fit. So for example, if we wanted to ask this chatbot some specific information on creating content service videos, I could put something like this. The cost of Rise Productive content services videos can be found by booking a call with Dimitri Panici and the team, or by emailing hello@riseproductive.com. So when I press save changes, then it'll add this and upload the content to my chatbot. So it says uploaded the content. So then I'm going to refresh and test this out. I could ask it a question. What is the cost of Rise Productive content services? Well, you look at that. It answered the information. The cost of Rise Productive content services can be found by booking a call with Dimitri and the team, or by emailing hello@riseproductive.com. Now, this is just an option because on landing pages, maybe that wouldn't really fit, but you can put anything even more specific. Like for example, I could put Dimitri Panici's favorite food is gnocchi. You can pretty much put anything in here is kind of what I'm getting across. So then now when I refresh, I can then ask the question, what is Dimitri Panici's favorite food? It's gnocchi. That's right. And while my favorite food may be gnocchi, one of my favorite tools out there is our tool, SiteGPT. It's a great product that has a lot of different ways that you can add content to it. So if you're interested in finding more information on how to use the app, we're going to be making an educational series that goes into the rest of these settings within the product. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.